Hey, I don't wanna hit a cap, you can save it. With my guys and we got it up the pavement. Listen up, it's what everybody's saying. Round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey, round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey, round of applause, give it. I know they weak by the look in their faces. All of these rings got me feeling like Brady. Say what I feel, I don't care how you take it. Round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey, round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We back, man. Episode 14. It's the boy Devil the Don, aka the kid that did Sauce on Me, X-Ray Vision, man. This is a great day, man. It's been a couple weeks, man. What's up, y'all?
Nothing much, man. Just another day in the life, you know what I'm saying? Grateful to be able to come back on another, well, I wouldn't say lovely Tuesday. It's kind of gloomy outside, but personal day, lovely Tuesday. Came here with the guys, you know what I'm saying, on a good day to watch the lottery, you feel me?
Yeah, man, I'm just here, Mr. D. Jones, a.k.a. Mr. Well Alright, a.k.a. the designated caster, a.k.a. my butterflies is crazy with every pick, a.k.a. a mic is only a mic until I speak on it, man. We here. Sorry for the 2-week hiatus. Also, I definitely want to leave out our boy Mark, man. Let's introduce,
sure.
Introduce Mark. You have any AKAs, Mark?
No, I don't got any AKAs yet, but you know, it's your boy Mark. I appreciate y'all inviting me. Every day is a blessing when we wake up, so I'm glad to be here.
For sure. Pleased to be here. Y'all see, we kind of dibbling, dabbling, and looking in the camera, talking, looking at the screen right now. We're actually currently tapped into the draft lottery live.
Yes.
Live right now.
And my boy D. Jones got him shaking in these boots.
Okay.
And I get to see this a little earlier than him. I'm watching on my screen right here, so I'm already seeing who the 6th pick got. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to ruin it, but
it's actually personal for me because my aunt, you know what I'm saying? My aunt, she you know what I'm saying? She died, rest in peace, but she was a huge Spurs. I actually have the ticket to the championship rally back in 2014 when the Spurs won the championship. I was there with her, so just like I always said, if the Spurs won another championship, I would be so emotional, so like just whatever, and like just knowing we in the top 4 right now for this chance to get this pick.
Yes.
If that number 1 card come out, that horseshoe.
Don't even say what you about to do, man. Just do it. You dig what I'm saying, man? Go Spurs, go, man. I've been out here for 10 years, man. I am a fan. My grandfather was a fan, so I'm rocking with the Spurs, man.
I might switch over.
I'd be cool if Victor Wembanyama goes to the Spurs for sure, but if he go to Houston, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? But really, really want to see him at the Spurs. See some more championships come in. Hope Greg Popovich don't retire. And then, like, a dream scenario for me would be if Dame Lillard just say, "Hey, I'm coming." Like,
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Ships.
That'd be kind of crazy.
That'd be crazy.
That would.
You know what I'm saying?
I see
All them
Dame
draft
in New York,
picks
though.
in New York, it's a higher market. But it's like, hey, do you want to win or do you want to go to this market?
You want to go buy nice jackets or you want to win?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I for me, honestly, I had this crazy theory. You know me, but I think if when the Spurs get Victor, I think next year in 2024, because Bronny's not a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
I think and Spurs have 11 first-round picks to trade, and so they could definitely trade up, get Bronny, and then who comes here also?
Yeah.
Guy by the name of LeBron James. Some of y'all think he's the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Yeah,
him.
he is.
You know what I'm saying? So LeBron, Bronny, and Victor, race for Sace. Give us the ring. Just give us the ring now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then LeBron can teach Victor and his son how to be pros. Teach him how the game is done. Teach him about travel, hygiene, whatever you gotta teach him. You know what I'm saying?
If Bron came to San Antonio,
that'd be unreal.
That would be crazy.
He's super tight with Pop. And LeBron said he's going wherever his son is, wherever he at. He's signing a 1+1 deal next year, which means he can play 1 year and opt out for that second year, be a free agent. He don't need no money. He's a billionaire already. He going wherever his son at. Orlando, Indiana, the Wizards, San Antonio, Utah.
Yeah.
You imagine that?
Yeah.
LeBron going to play with his son. That's crazy.
I'm just excited as you are, bro. Like, this feels like the NFL draft when, the Falcons got Bijan. So you got to just call it, bro. Like, if you saying they got him, they going to get him. They going to get him. We got 4 picks.
San Antonio, let's get it.
That shit hurt.
I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry, my fault. Listen, it's going down. I'm telling you, dog. Shot for me.
A shot? You want to take a shot, man? How about this, bro? How about this? We can take a shot. You want to take a shot?
BioLite.
BioLite. We can take a shot of this good
Let's
old
get it.
BioLite, man. It's IV in the bottle, 550% electrolytes, more than any other competitor. It has dehydration. It has upset stomach, cramps,
Yep.
fatigue,
Wow.
and overindulgence. So if you eat a lot and you know you out here sinning, man, take some BioLite, go and take that weight off.
Okay,
You
but
know
if they
what
got to
I'm
take the weight off, they
Come
got to
on.
drink it, obviously. But there must be one way they got to drink it.
BioLitty.
Ooh, gotta drink it cold,
Cold.
aka frio. You dig what I'm saying? Like, gotta drink it cold, man. Go ahead and get you a BioLite at your nearest stores. Target is one of the biggest competitors that will have this drink. So go ahead and check it out.
Shout out BioLite, man.
The BioLite for sure. Thank you for BioLite for sure.
Yeah.
Hope we can get some Victor Light tonight because I ain't gonna lie. You know what's
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
though? I ain't show y'all either. Somebody earlier went downtown and it could be a sign. Could
And
just
painted
be
that mural,
that mural.
bro. Did you see the mural?
No, I
I'll show you
didn't.
now.
Oh, that's crazy.
They got
Hard.
Victor painted it right
Yeah.
down there. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'll show-
You know
Yeah,
what'd be
Vic-
crazy?
Talk about
If you don't go there.
manifesting.
Hey,
Yeah, that's called manifest. That's called calling us like a network.
They gon' cover that up so quick. He don't go there. It won't be there tomorrow.
Bro,
They
they
gonna
was
vandalize
saying it
that
on
bitch.
NBA TV earlier today. They was like, man, this type of caliber player is like when LeBron it didn't matter where he went, he was gonna be effective. It didn't matter. They said Tim Duncan. It didn't matter where Tim Duncan went, he was gonna be effective. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. Here's my problem with people comparing him to LeBron.
yeah,
When is he gonna play?
What do you mean?
yeah,
No. Like, listen. So we have draft picks like Zion Williams, right?
yeah,
Who got drafted number 1 overall.
Right.
How many games have we seen him play?
Right.
In his first couple of seasons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, looking at his stature and his build, like, it'd be a great pick for San Antonio, but realistically, I don't see him like playing until maybe year 2, year 3 when Bron gets here. Like, really, like, actually, like playing, because he's a stick right now,
You're not
man.
listening.
Yeah.
You're not listening. Listen, he's a stick. He can stay a stick. People, I think, in my opinion, people mess up in the NBA. It's not like NFL. NFL, you got to put weight on, right? You're taking blows to the body. You got to have some padding, whatever. NFL, you're jumping up and down. This is why, in my opinion, Zion never played. He came in the league at 285 pounds at 6'6". You're almost 300 pounds. You're the second heaviest person in the league, only behind Boban, who's 7'4". You're way too heavy to be jumping around. Your joints, your knees can't handle that weight. That's why he was hurt always with a leg injury too. Like any player, Blake Griffin, Amari Stoudemire, Dwayne Wade, Vince Carter, they all played with injuries because they kept on adding this weight. You got to be buff like this to play basketball.
Well, I'm not saying he has to be like super buff, but at the same time, he still is developing his body. He's 7'4", right? He's small, man.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Turn me. Ooh.
Well, he's not going to Houston.
Oh snap! Oh my gosh, bro, my heart is beating fast.
There's no way he going to
Turn
Charlotte.
me
There's no way he going to Charlotte.
Turn me up!
It's no way. Yep.
Turn me up!
San Antonio.
Turn me up!
San Antonio.
Yes, sir!
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
It's smooth.
sir!
It's smooth.
No, that's a smooth
Yes,
pickup.
sir!
Very, very smooth.
Woo!
Hell yeah, they got him. San Antonio was due, man. They was due. Yeah, they
We
got
just
him.
got Vic.
Yeah.
Yep. Order the jerseys, bro. Order
Yeah.
the jerseys, man. Turn me up, man. So David Robinson, 1987, first overall top consensus pick. Tim Duncan, 1997, number 1 overall top consensus pick. Now we got the third one. We got the Victor Wembanyama.
It's
Top
lit.
pick.
It's lit.
My
It's
boy
lit.
shed a tear, man.
It's lit.
That's for the grandpa and that's for your auntie, man. Give me some, bro.
Hey,
Turn me up, bro.
hey, for real. I
Yes,
gotta give you
sir.
something on that one.
Hey,
Yeah, sir.
Bro, jerseys is getting ordered.
Hey,
Lit.
come on, man. Come on,
Lit.
man.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
do it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
One time for the one time.
So, man, I don't know if you can zoom in on the camera on that mural because they manifested that, man. The Spurs got the number 1 pick. Hey, we lit. We super
cap.
lit. And we got to see that live, man. Turn me up, man.
Man,
I'm
it's
gonna
just
go to a lot
gonna
more
be different
games.
because, like I said, man, like I got a ticket in my pocket right now from when the Spurs won the last ring, and like to be near my aunt. She's in heaven now, but I don't know, it's a good feeling, man. A good feeling.
Nah, for sure.
Nah, for sure, man. Rest in peace to my grandpa, man. I buried him with the Spurs hat. So, like, I'm happy for him because I know he's screaming like, oh, we got the guy. You know what I'm saying? But, man, you got to take a shot at this BioLite, brother.
Wow, man.
You said you want to take a shot. Take that BioLite, man. You getting a little dehydrated. I hear you breathing. Take that shot, bro. Yeah.
Gotta have it cold, goddamn.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Like, That's crazy, dog. Like the
Jersey is getting ordered. I'm telling my fiance right
crazy.
now.
That's
Jersey
big for the city, man.
is getting ordered.
It's huge for the city.
Man.
I'm gonna go to a lot more games.
Dog. It's great. I saw a thing earlier. They said all the bars downtown, if you were there before 7:30, whoever was in there was getting free drinks all night.
Oh, that's tough.
Crazy. Then that was crazy, dog. Like, I said this shit a long time. I said this last year, though. I said, it's cool. I see what the Spurs doing. Let everybody go trade DeJounte Murray. They just building for this. This is crazy, dog. This is generational talent. This is amazing right here. Our city needed this, man, for sure.
Most definitely.
Crazy.
Dame Lillard, if you watching this, man,
Wow.
come on to SA, bro.
Wow. And I said this, dog. Man.
Man.
I said this too because like, I said this too because like, Tony Parker played in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? He's an ambassador for France right now. You know, Boris Diaw, you know what I'm saying, one of the Spurs greats, played in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? He's from France. Like, we have a connection with that country. Tony Parker still lives in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has somebody he can lean on for his culture now. He can go to his house, chill, watch the game, watch Netflix, whatever. Like, perfect city for him. You know what I'm saying? And you heard me say this all the time, Devin, like, certain players need to be in certain cities because the mecca of what that city holds is too much for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he could go into New York right now, being so raw, so young, so tall, having everybody in his face. Like, he might not be able to handle it. LA, same thing. Like, certain cultures, certain places, like,
It's not a lot of pressure here.
yeah, no pressure here. It's a military city. You know what I'm saying? It's quiet. He can go play his games and go home. Like, this is like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even believe this. Like, this is almost like surreal.
It's a great day.
It's crazy, bro. Like, this is amazing.
Great day, man.
Who got number 2? Blazers?
Hornets.
The Hornets.
So Scoot and LaMelo Ball in the backcourt?
No, Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller?
Yeah.
Then you're going to have Scoot go to the Trailblazers. So Dame gone. That's a point guard to replace him. Because Dame out. He going to be like, I can play with Scoot. So it's gonna be Scoot and what's his name? Anthony Simmons. Simons. So yeah, that's dope.
Nah, but it's crazy because you know I'm 10 seconds ahead of y'all, right? So when I seen that the Blazers, when the Blazers went third, I was like, okay.
And it's crazy because I peeked at your screen and I saw the Spurs thing, but I thought it was them having second. And I was like, then I saw it on here and I was like, wait a minute, and I just ran out, dog. Like. Yeah. All the way outside.
Yeah, no, when I saw it, I was like, okay, the Rockets had the fourth. I said, oh, shit.
He said, let's go, too. He said, let's go.
Yeah, he wanted to go to San Antonio.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Man, that's so dope, dog.
Because he know he going to win some ships.
He know that.
Shout out to Kawhi Leonard, Tony P, Manu Ginobili, all the greats, man. Tim Duncan, man. The next guy to get us a ring is Victor Wembanyama, man.
Dog, this is the
jersey is getting ordered.
Hey, listen, hear me. This is the new Tim Duncan era, part 2. I'm telling you, that man, and he got Tim Duncan in his backyard too to help him be a postman.
Yeah,
come on, man, that's a cheat code.
A postman. Then you got Manu that's still out here that can help him just be a natural born scorer. Like
no, he has,
which he already is, but
guard skills.
Yeah,
and he has arguably the best power forward to teach him how to play the post game too. Unreal, dog. This is crazy.
This is definitely big for the city.
Hey, didn't you say Woj or who said, somebody said, man, like with Victor Wembanyama, whoever gets him, like the seats will be filled.
Spurs, yeah, they said
Spurs prices just went up.
They said that Victor Wembanyama is probably the first athlete to come into the league where his whole career there'll never be an empty seat in any arena.
I tell you what, I sure did enjoy those cheap San Antonio Spurs tickets.
I already have season tickets in the 100 section, so
but
I'm good. He's 7'4". I can see him from there. So I'm good.
How many tickets you got? I know you just didn't buy one.
He got a package of 3. So
man.
So I told you for sure. Yeah,
we in there. But man, welcome to the Spurs family, bro. It's all right.
We have room in the bandwagon. Who's your team?
He didn't have one, right?
It was OKC growing up.
Okay, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but now you got this. You know what I'm saying?
I might gotta come back to the city.
From
man.
here,
I'm from here, born and raised.
That's unreal. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's like, wow, that's crazy.
It's gonna be different seeing him on the court.
What number y'all think he'll get?
Whatever number he want.
Yeah.
He can give him 100.
Yeah.
Probably 1.
Let's just keep it 100.
Probably, just keep number 1. I think the jersey's gonna say regard number 1, and it's him, and he win number 1. Like,
number 1 would be smooth.
Yeah, I'm getting that jersey.
Last thing I say is I remember a few months ago they asked Victor had played a game. And they all had all the NBA scouts over there going over there watching them play. And they said, "Hey, Victor, what team do you think best fits like your style, or whatever?" And he was like, "Honestly, the what's the word? The politically correct answer." He was like, He goes, I think I can play with any team. There is no perfect team for me. But like when I seen him like verbatim say "Let's go" and put his head down and get emotional because the San Antonio logo was shown, like I feel like he wanted to be here, bro. I do. Mm-hmm. Great feeling.
You want somebody to be happy to be here. Like when DeJounte Murray got drafted, it was like
he was drafted like 21.
No, 29.
29.
So he was just sitting there like San Antonio. This guy's like he finna change the game, and it's like you said, he's on the court. He's gonna be the best person on that team. Mm-hmm. Wherever he go. Now he's here. We got him paired up with Jeremy Sohan, who's a defender like the modern day Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? You got him, and then you also got Keldon Johnson. Bro, you got some talent.
You got some young talent. You got
some average guards, and he's a guard. Like he can play all 5 positions. Like, bro, this is like you said. I'm happy. Like, you know what I'm saying. I can't wait to go to games this upcoming year. Like, we lit.
Dog.
So what's the expectation for the Spurs if he plays more than 60 games?
Oh, next year? Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely playoffs. I'm gonna also say this too. I think that mark my words, 11 first-round picks to trade. Another marquee player will be here. Could be Dame. Could be Zach LaVine. Could be
Cat.
Could be Karl Anthony Towns. Could be any of these players who are disgruntled and want a new scenery. Cat and Victor. Now Victor can play the 4 and create mismatches on the wing. Wow. 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 Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be great. Some other stars calling his agent right now.
Yeah.
Hey.
The Spurs, man. Look, I told you, remember he's like, I feel like we gotta rewind like a couple episodes ago. He was like, bro, Papa gonna retire. Like he gonna be like, shit.
Then you got to think about Keldon Johnson still here.
Bro, Keldon Johnson. Then you got, like I said, Jeremy Sohan. Then you got the
Sohan?
guard. Yeah. The guard
like
from Ohio State. So you got a facilitator, like, you know what I'm saying, who's going to play his role.
Trey Jones facilitating too. Like, come on, man.
Man, you got some youth there now. Like, we going to get us another one.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Memphis, so.
Yeah.
They could.
Papa get him right. Hey, we have no gun policy here.
Yeah.
Our military has plenty of them.
Yeah. Ja Morant, oh my God. The Spurs would be like, it would never be a small, like I feel like now, like the Spurs would never be a small market team ever. San Antonio Spurs forever be like, oh, that's a team. Like it won't probably be as equivalent to the Lakers because they don't have as many rings as the Lakers, the Celtics, you know what I'm saying? But it'll be that second level tier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be up there with the Rockets, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll get more, notoriety. Mm-hmm. So
and also I think that with San Antonio drafting him, I think it'll help San Antonio get an NFL team. You know what I'm saying? Like
we need to use the Alamo Dome for something.
We need to use it for something, man. Like
the NFL game
should get their own field near the school.
Especially winning back-to-back. If they win one more year, they need to make them like an actual
a stadium near the school, UTSA, and then like make the Alamo Dome like an actual dome that we can keep, but it'd be for an NFL team.
I know we got the Brahmas, the San Antonio team.
No, an NFL team though. Like
no, I know that. I know that, but I'm talking about like when I seen them play there. They played on a regular basis, but like their games never be packed out. So they actually got like
the XFL championship was in San Antonio this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio's a great tourist city. It's one of the top tourist cities in the country.
Yeah, great food.
But I feel what people say like when I meet, because I got a couple friends that from like LA and New York and stuff like that, and living here. You think about those places and you're like, oh, dang, like I want to go visit. Like it looks alive, it looks crazy and stuff. But people think that same way about San Antonio. Like they come down to visit. People from Houston that I met from UTSA, like, yeah, we just come to San Antonio to visit all the time. And they're like, I like it down here. I'm like, bro, it's nothing. I've been here my whole life.
And it's crazy. It's funny you said that. People who aren't from here, when they come here and move, like I've heard people all the time that relocate here, they love it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Last thing I'll say about San Antonio too is Red McCombs, rest in peace, he actually was the owner of the Saints when they had Katrina. He was actually thinking about bringing the Saints here. The reason why he didn't is because he didn't want to take like the culture in Louisiana is such a big thing in New Orleans. He didn't want to take their team away, so he put them back, especially after Katrina was done. And then the Raiders,
San Antonio Saints.
It was between Vegas and San Antonio. They actually came down to San Antonio, but they couldn't really like figure out what to do with the Alamo Dome. It was gonna cause way too many renovations to rebuild it and all this different stuff. So they just ended up going to Vegas.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't want to deal with like the community being like, oh, don't change the Alamo Dome. It's been like that for so long.
And once the what's the word? I guess like the sports commission or the commissioners of the league let betting be okay, then they because they're trying to put an NBA team in Vegas now too because betting is now legal. So. Mm-hmm. And LeBron said he wants to own that team in Vegas.
Bro, watch the Spurs gonna start getting holiday games again. Like
boy,
man,
this is unreal. I'm telling you, my LeBron thing I said earlier is not far fetched now, at all.
Yeah. LeBron probably said they probably was watching just now like, oh shit. I think I know what I'm gonna do. But nah, like I said, I'll be super excited if we can get Dame Lillard, bro. Like they got 11 draft picks. If I'm Pop, I'm throwing it all in. Hey, Dame, you come. Cat, you come.
Oh my God, somebody coming.
And then be like, who would you get rid of?
Everybody.
Keldon Johnson.
San Antonio would have to prove to Dame that they're going to compete for a championship in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like another person will have to come first.
Yeah.
Like somebody like Cat, somebody like maybe Julius Randle. You know, he would be a decent piece. You know, he played really good in the regular season. Of course, he didn't play good in the postseason, but
you know who else they said might leave his team if his team to win it this year?
Jimmy Butler. Yes, sir. I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
Jimmy Butler. Yep. Oh boy, he'll bring that toughness out of Victor too.
That's a ship right there. He be like, I'm gonna go where they win a little more rings here.
Not to mention, they did say in Boston that they're getting to the point now where they're realizing that Jaylen Brown and Tatum might have to separate.
What if Jaylen Brown came to San Antonio?
Send them.
That'd be crazy.
In trades of Keldon Johnson, you keep Jeremy Sohan. You need that.
You gotta keep him. Keep him.
You get him. He was a top 10 pick for a reason. You keep him. You got Victor. You know what I'm saying? To equivalent, like to give, Tatum a counterpart, Keldon Johnson would fit him best. You know what I'm saying? But like get Jaylen Brown, this is really your team.
There's a lot of players who gonna be gone. Chris Paul on the move.
No.
Jordan Poole on the move. Draymond Green might be on the move. Shit. There's a lot of players who can come.
The Spurs gonna know that they got the bag.
It's gonna be interesting offseason.
And they had the lowest. They had the lowest payroll. I think the highest paid player on the team makes $11 million. And that's what's his name? Keldon Johnson. He's just on that contract.
No, I like Keldon Johnson. I think he's smooth.
Gone.
Yeah, but like if you gonna package some stuff together, Keldon Johnson, it's time for you to get more like DeJounte. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can get, recognized just like Derek White did. You know what I'm saying? Went to Boston. Now you hear his name a little more. Even though he was relevant here, Danny Green, you hear his name a little bit more. Kawhi Leonard, he won us a ring, but you hear his name. Now he's a star. He come from here. So, you know what I'm saying? Just think about it.
Come on back. Come on. Ooh. They already said too, they might get rid of Kawhi and Pop. They might split that up. Kawhi come back home. Hey, Pop, my quad is good. You got Victor. I'm coming back home.
Nah, this is a great day, bro. I'm so happy. I'm happy for you, man. Yeah. I'm happy to be a Spurs fan, man. This is dope, man. This is really dope, man.
I can't believe I broke down like that. That's crazy, but yeah.
Nah, you good, man.
That's crazy, though. Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. But yeah, man, y'all, when we want to jump into business now.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. We did that for 40 minutes.
That was good. So on the docket, any NFL news you want to talk about first before we get into the basketball?
Man, just the draft, man. Recapping on the draft, man. Shout out to Bijan Robinson Hooker, man. He's a dirty bird. So shout out to the A, man. That's my football team. If you ain't know, now you know. So I'm really excited about that. I think he is going to be the rookie of the year, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And if he wasn't in this draft, then Anthony Richardson would win the rookie of the year. That's my take, man. We won in the division, so I'm really excited about that, man. I think the best draft, the top 3 teams I say really had a decent draft. My sleeper team, first of all, was the Lions. People think that there was a bad draft. I think it was actually a great draft. I feel like they're building pieces and they're doing things that under the radar that people are not really recognizing. C.J. Gardner-Johnson and getting them on 1-year, 2-year deals. And just building up that defensive backfield, getting Emmanuel Mosley in the free agency, cats like that, Cam Sutton. So they're really doing something, getting Jack Campbell, and then you got a weapon like Jahmyr Gibbs, who can learn from Barry Sanders, stuff like that. And then I like the Eagles. I think the Eagles, what they doing with the Georgia players is crazy. You would think they would be the Atlanta Eagles or something, but I like that. And then my third team that I'm excited to see that had a pretty good draft, I'm gonna go with the brain fart. I just had a brain fart. With the Panthers, sorry.
No. Oh, yeah. Good job.
I like the Panthers. I was like, dang, what's the team saying? But it was the Panthers because you got Bryce Young and then you got Jonathan Mingo, and he was my sleeper receiver that resembles A.J. Brown and, DK Metcalf. So I'm excited to see what the Panthers going to do, even though they're not going to, really do much in our division, but just to see the talent. So.
Yeah, I actually think the Panthers will do good in the division because not only did they draft Jonathan Mingo, they also have Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, take some of the pressure off that rookie.
Yeah,
gave him some weapons for sure. You also running back. Who you got running back?
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. know what I'm saying? A little relief out the backfield. Like, give him some weapons. You know what I'm saying? Young quarterback going to be able to have some confidence building. Looking at the Lions draft picks, jeez. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, linebacker. You got Sam Porter, Iowa tight end. Then you just somehow in the second round come back and get Brian Branch.
And then still get Hendon Hooker.
Still get Hendon Hooker. Future's
Great
definitely
draft.
bright. Definitely bright. I would say this too. I saw something earlier. I think one of y'all posted in our group chat. They did say that they think that Anthony Richardson is actually not as raw as they originally thought, and he's actually on, I guess what the word is. He's on track to be day one starter. It's kind of goes back with what Trey had been saying. Trey had been saying, man, go get the talented guy because he might be. You know what I'm saying? So definitely got good call, Trey. You know what I'm saying? Trick or Trey for sure. What's your thing you said? AKA I am him.
Him turn,
him not them. Yeah, he called that. For sure. I mean, I personally, I think the rookie of the year is going to be Jordan Addison. I think he got a chip on his shoulder, being with the third or fourth receiver taken. I think he's about to act the plum.
Learning from a former rookie of the year,
and he'll never get double teamed because you can't double. You can't leave Justin Jefferson. So you can't double him to get Justin Jefferson by himself. So he'll be open a lot of plays.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. What's your thoughts, Mark?
Well, of course, my Eagles had a very, very good draft. Made some pretty good moves. I'm very, very excited for next season. Even though we lost some key players last year, we replaced them in the draft. And as y'all know, no one's repeated as an NFC East champion in 23 years. So it's gonna be tough in NFC East this year. I'm worried about the New York Giants. I think the New York Giants are gonna be pretty decent this year.
Not worried about Dallas?
Man, who knows, man? What Dallas is gonna do, man? Like the years that you sleep on Dallas, they do good. The years that you're all high on Dallas, then they poop the bed. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see, man. But I'm very excited for next season. We got a tough schedule. But congratulations to the Atlanta Falcons. They got a pretty good running back there with Bijan Robinson. In the NFC South, it's wide open. So, Desmond Ridder, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, hope they figure that out there. Drake London.
Yep.
They got some young talent. Now it's putting it together and executing. So, we'll see. The NFL season is going to be very, very interesting next year. I'm not too high on the New York Jets like everybody is.
Think it's too good to be true?
I just think the AFC East is just too tough.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think the AFC East is just too tough. You got the Miami Dolphins. If they can stay healthy, they're going to be nice. You got the Buffalo Bills. Of course, we know what they can do. Josh Allen, he's going to come into the season with a very, very big chip on his shoulder. I think this is like his, fourth, fifth year in the league? And he's been getting right there, either losing to Pat Mahomes or either losing to Joe Burrow. He has to get over the hump this year. I thought this year was going to be the year, but this year has to be the year for the Buffalo Bills.
I agree.
I want to ask you a sidebar question when it comes to the Jets. Do you believe right now, if you're looking at, based on everything we saw from offseason so far in draft, do you disagree that the Jets are the number one or the best team on paper in the AFC East?
On paper? You can argue the Bills are just as good on paper. You got Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers. You got a running back. Who do you have? Devin Singletary.
He with the Houston. He Texas.
Oh, that's right. Who's the running back now?
James Cook.
James Cook.
Yeah.
I feel like the Jets have the upper advantage on that in running back. Receiver, it's tough because you got young talent over in New York, and then you have some veteran talent over in Buffalo. So I think
you only have one really good receiver amongst a plethora of at least consistent talent over here in New York. That's just my thought.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, but on paper it really doesn't mean too much.
Sauce Gardner, Tre'Davious White,
pretty much even. I mean, it's gonna be tough. The AFC East is gonna be tough, and don't sleep on the New England Patriots this year. They're gonna be. Look, I'm not saying they're gonna win the AFC East, but I guarantee you they split the Jets series and they split Buffalo. They're gonna win one. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna just get ran through in the AFC East. I think they're gonna play
Patriots,
hard.
I believe in Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? And they got they got 3 really good defenders in the draft too. Christian Gonzalez, they did good.
And they got an offensive coordinator this year. Mm-hmm. So,
what's your thoughts, Trey?
I enjoyed the draft. It was cool. The thing I was really looking forward to more so than watching the draft was just seeing what was good going with Lamar. And being that he's staying there, I'm excited. I'm really excited to watch them play this year. Them and the Jets, I would say those are the 2 teams that I'm ready to watch because I just want to see how Lamar is going to respond when he first gets on the field after all these things going on off the field. Not just behavior, but with the whole contract situation. And then he has Odell out there. I feel like Odell's going to kind of help bring the energy to the team because Lamar has that energy, but he's like that cool dude just kind of like sitting in the back. Like, he cool, but he don't need to like express it. Mm-hmm. But, Odell going to be out there pre-game dancing, all that stuff, fans recording him. He's going to, filling the seats even more than what they are now. It's going to be a good season for them. And then for the Jets, I'm excited to see that because I feel like all the pieces they got to the puzzle is going to fit perfectly. Like all the receivers they got, Garrett Wilson's going to be able to catch up to speed with Aaron Rodgers, even though he's a rookie. Well, he's going to his second year, I think it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's going to his second year, even though he's still relatively young, like, that young talent. Will be able to catch up to speed fairly quickly. He has Randall Cobb with him. He has a couple other teammates that came from Packers, so they're just picking up where they left off. They just might have to – you would think they're going to have to learn a new playbook, but knowing Aaron, he might end up being like, hey, this is my playbook I want to run. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day. So, yeah, in a nutshell, those are the 2 things that I really took away that I really liked and I enjoyed from watching. But, yeah, it's going to be an interesting season for sure. For sports all around, like basketball next year,
for sure.
Football next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. I think for me, starting with my team, I'm like that first round we were all together. I was definitely disappointed in our pick. We drafted Mozzie from Michigan, defensive tackle. We were one of the worst run stopping teams last year in the league. Drafting a good defensive tackle was a good need for us. But I felt like when you had a defensive end pass rusher who runs a 4.3, similar to the guy we currently have on the other side named Micah Parsons, to me it was kind of like a duh. Go get the best person on the board type pick at that point. We didn't do that. And so I think we're going to, that's going to bite us later on. You think about Philly, they already had one of the best defensive lines in the league, and he went out there and drafted 2 more players who you can just plug in really whenever and still have no drop off. And the line, y'all football players, y'all know this more than I do, but on the line, whether it's offense or defense, those are the most important parts. Those trenches, like they matter. Mm-hmm. And so like when you have somebody like that, what I'm saying, like Nolan Smith, right? Mm-hmm. Like he's generational. Like for a defensive end, a guy that big to run a 4.3 in the 40, like that's like a created player. Somebody you make on Madden. You got to go get that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I would love to know what was going on in the war room with Jerry Jones and the Joneses and all them and so forth. But I thought it was a good, nice story the way that they drafted Deuce Vaughn though. Had his dad call him and stuff like that. That was pretty dope. Yeah, for sure. So
Joey Porter too.
Joey Porter as well. Yeah, good for him for his going to his old franchise. For sure. So I mean that's pretty cool, man. I just I'm really happy for the rookies who didn't waste no time and got their deals done already. Like Jaden Carter didn't waste no. I think he was the first one signed. Jaden Carter, Bijan Robinson already signed. Some of these rookies already signed. And that's good. You don't want to go into training camp coming up soon and then have that contract thing and then players holding out, then you missing camp, missing plays, missing reps. Like it's not a good situation. So for these players who are being smart, letting their agents handle their business and get these contracts done, that's very dope. I appreciate that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So jumping into the other sport, the other association, basketball. A few different things. We'll start. You want to go fun or like serious first?
Serious, so we can get the fun out.
Gotcha. So we'll start with the big thing. Ja Morant, you know what I'm saying? Mark's lookalike. No, just playing.
It's a parade inside my city.
But now, if you haven't heard, so on Saturday evening, the day before Mother's Day, sometime during that day, Ja Morant was with one of his close friends, the same friend who's actually been involved in all these incidents that Ja Morant has been involved in. By the way, they were driving in the car or riding in the car. Ja's friend was driving. He starts recording on Instagram Live. While recording on live, holding the phone, showing both of them in the view, Ja Morant takes a gun and kind of holds it to his head, singing a song, whatever. They immediately, deleted the video, but the internet's crazy. They get a screenshot real quick, and that mug traveled real quickly. got back to the Memphis Grizzlies and they suspended him, quote unquote, indefinitely. But they're gonna, they're just doing their review and their investigation. The season's over for them anyway. So, but yeah. So, first of all, what's y'all's thoughts on just that whole situation?
Idiot.
Yeah.
I've said it once. I said it again. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like for what? Like if I know, okay, I already got these allegations on me that I be doing dumb stuff with guns on IG Live. Like you can kind of like fault his partner for him for like even putting him on live at the same time. It's like he was recording for a good amount of time before he pulled that gun out and started flexing with it. But at the same time, his homeboy did look at him before he turned the camera and then like turned it back real quick. But either way, like that still falls in Jaws, like his lap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you over here turning up. You know he on live. Like, what made you think to grab this gun and pick it up and be like,
yeah,
let me flex with it? So I feel like it's just stupid. He's just digging himself in a hole. He just got out of one with a half-assed apology, and now just imagine what he's going to have to do right now, and it makes him unmarketable because people aren't going to want to mess with him. You know what I'm saying? Other temes.
Nike and Powerade already put these endorsements on hold. That's crazy. He just became the feature athlete for basketball with Nike. And now they're
Kyrie, right?
after Kyrie. His shoe just came out 2 months ago to the public.
Yeah.
And he's already on hold with his contract. And Powerade. He might lose both of those endorsements.
That's his fault.
It's definitely tough, man. I think that's just something that's wrong with the generation now. Using guns as props. Just thinking it's cool. A few months ago, my girlfriend, she was killed from gun violence and stuff like that. And I just think that the younger generation, like, we're so influenced by music and by people that rap about lives and things that they don't do. People like Ja, he's a young man. We have all made mistakes, so I'm not going to come here and just judge him and just kill him. No pun intended. But I'm just saying, like, just talk bad about him, but because everybody make mistakes. But man, you just got to be more aware and just surround yourself by like-minded people. Surround yourself with people that have something to lose. And value yourself, right? Because he's the breadwinner. And he's messing up the bag, man. And all I can do is just pray for him, pray for this generation, man, because we got to wake up.
Yeah,
for sure. Trey, what's your thoughts?
I expressed mine.
My fault.
No, you good.
No,
you didn't ask me my thoughts.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Devin. Dev, Kev, Rev. Go ahead.
The kid that did.
Yeah, man. My thoughts is I think that like he's just making dumbass decisions. That could be corrected, but I feel like you went through a 3-day rehab. And you publicized it with Jalen Rose. Talking, and I feel like you're not even taking the people serious that care about you. And I think that he needs to wake up and see that. Because I'm like, Jalen Rose reaching out to you, he's standing beside you, your family standing beside you, but you're doing them a disservice by going back out and doing this very same thing that you just got on national TV to say that you've learned from. And I just think, like, I don't know. Yes, he made another mistake, but now this time he should be suspended for something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you get penalized again, for the third time, what is that? Like, it's like something like he clearly didn't learn his lesson for the first time. The first time to me was more out than that was. That was like a little glimpse and the guy moved the camera. The first one he was all with it. You know what I'm saying? Like Ja Wick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just think like y'all said good things. I just feel like they literally need to show that they're not playing with him, because there could be another player that may not have his caliber that may, do the same thing because they see he do it.
Oh, they be letting y'all do it, so shoot. Why can't I do it?
Yeah.
One thing
that can cause conflict.
One thing I'll say, or two things I'll say. One, and one thing that bothers me about the situation is the first time, as you pointed out, Devin, when it happened, he went to rehab for 3 days. For one, I don't know what he went to rehab for, like gun rehab, whatever. But the thing I hate, and a lot of people do this, they get in trouble, get in a bad situation, they throw out the word mental health. And the reason why it bothers me is because, like, there's people out here who really suffer with, real mental health issues. And a lot of times people just use those words, mental health, as a scapegoat to try to give themselves some type of validation or some type of, relief from the pressure of what they just did. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, if it's mental health, then the first time you say that, well, go seek professional help in reference to your mental health. Don't go make the same mistake 2 months later. Like, even in this picture we have on the thing, he's throwing 2 guns in the air. So clearly this is an issue he has in reference to firearms. And another thing I'll say too is, as he spoke earlier with Victor, like sometimes certain cities are just not good for you. If you think about the city of Memphis, where John Morant lives his life and has his livelihood in his profession, Memphis is one of the most crime-worthy cities that we have currently in our society. If not number one, they're definitely in the top 3. Mm-hmm. And so we also had Young Dolph killed there last year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that are just a part of that culture with that city. And him being there is probably not a good place for him to be, personally, in my opinion. I just think that, it's a very unfortunate situation. I think that he definitely needs to seek guidance. And I also say this, too. I think we said this before when we talked about him last time. There's no discredit to him, his family, but, I'm a parent, you know what I'm saying? And when I look at his father, almost has like this super like cool friend type vibe, and not enough of like, guiding counsel for his child. His child is literally heading down the wrong path. You just signed a $231 million extension that kicks in next season, and you were literally on the I guess on the way to messing up your money. They said today, I saw JJ Redick and Ryan Clark speak on First Take, and they said, I'll never speak on, how much time a man should miss because that's his money, that's his pockets. He said, but I will say though, like, JJ Redick said he should get 16 games. That's double what he had last time with 8. Stephen A. Smith said I wouldn't be surprised if he got at least 25. But like, in my opinion, like the way our society is right now, our culture, like guns is nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like he just, cussed at a ref or something. This is guns that are killing people in our culture's lives. Some people saying, so there were some GMs yesterday saying that they wouldn't be surprised if he got suspended for the whole season.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's crazy.
No,
I wouldn't call for the whole season.
Yeah, no.
But he definitely
maybe like the first month, like he missed because that's about 8 games. You know what I'm saying?
He got suspended 8 games last time, and 2 of them he was injured.
Double it, 16. Third time a year.
I guess I look at it like this: 8 games for the first time. You know what I'm saying? 2 months later, you do it again. You get 16. Like, I think a point has to be made. Think about Josh Gordon, right? He got suspended. What was it? First time it was like 4 games. Mm-hmm. Then he got suspended like half a season. Then he got suspended for a whole season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, if you don't make a point, they're gonna be like, oh, that's cool. We can do that. Just keep on doing it. Ja did it. It's cool when he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
problem when I do it.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't know. That was the low, the low energy part of the show with Ja. Jumping into some more high energy topics in reference to basketball. Already spoke about Victor. Thank you for sure. I'm still amazed about that. But the Final Four in the NBA, the last 4 teams in the NBA playoffs, they are the Los Angeles Lakers, who are playing the Denver Nuggets right now. You also have the Miami Heat, who are playing the Celtics. Their series starts tomorrow on Wednesday. First, I'll ask y'all, who you got winning the whole thing first?
Lakers.
I want to see Lakers, Miami in the finals, and Lakers gonna win
again.
I think it's gonna be Lakers Celtics in NBA finals. They both have 18 championships. I think it'd be perfect. I do not want to see Denver versus Miami in NBA finals. Personally, but it's possible it could happen. I think Denver has the best team left in the NBA final or in NBA playoffs right now. I think they're better than Boston. Mm-hmm. But who knows, man? We'll see.
Yeah, this is actually the rematch from the bubble. So this is the same exact matchup, and the Lakers end up winning it all. So I hope they can do the same. LeBron's the GOAT, greatest of all time. I'd love to see him in San Antonio. I'll have to get another Spurs jersey. That'll be my 3rd Spurs jersey. I got the OG David Robinson. I need a Tim Duncan one too. So.
Yeah, I think the finals is going to be what you said, Mark. I think it's going to definitely be Lakers and Celtics. 6 games respectively in both series. I do agree also that Denver is the best team from top to bottom. I mean, they got the most depth. They're the most athletic team left in the finals. They got everything. Shooters. They got a great center who's just literally just wants to win. Fundamental. I mean, he don't have no balance, and he get 20 rebounds. He barely jump. You know what I'm saying? He's just fundamental. He go box out, put his body on somebody, get the ball. So I think Denver is dangerous. As you see, they're up right now by 11, 12 points right now in the first quarter. But I definitely I could see Lakers bouncing back, winning this series in 6, and playing the Celtics. Celtics, the way they looked in Game 7 on Sunday, ridiculous. Tatum looking on a mission. Jaylen Brown looking on a mission as well. So I could see that being something. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I want to ask y'all a question. It was a little sidebar question. With the NBA almost done, the last 4 teams, there's a lot of players who are either disgruntled or just really want to change the scenery or feel like they need to change the scenery. just want to move somewhere because of the team not putting enough pieces around them, like Dame Lillard. I'm gonna name some players that could definitely see new homes next year, and I want y'all to kind of like tell me who you want to see the most somewhere else. So players we got Dame Lillard, James Harden, Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson's another one. Zach LaVine is another one. Jimmy Butler, possibly how it goes with him. Cat Williams, to name a few. Chris
Cat
Paul.
Williams.
Cat Williams, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Karl Anthony Towns. What's his name? Chris Paul. Bradley Beal is another one. Who's some people that y'all want to see somewhere and where and why and so forth?
I would like to see another star in New York.
With Brunson?
Yeah. I would like to see the New York Knicks good again. I think it'll be good for the sport.
Would you keep the 2 stars they have now, or would you take one away?
You have to keep Jalen Brunson.
Okay,
You can't. The way he performed in the playoffs, I mean, he earned the New York Knicks fan base. You have
keep
to.
him.
Now, Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett, they're on the chopping block. I mean, R.J. Barrett, you can't play like that, man. Be the number 3 overall pick in the playoffs. Like, you can't play like them. You got to give him some help, man. So I would like to see a star go to New York. It'd be cool to see Kyrie and LeBron link back up again, but I don't think it'll be the same outcome. Kyrie just doesn't play any type of defense, and I don't think he has enough offense left.
Who?
Right? Listen.
Who'd you say?
Kyrie. I don't think he has enough offense left to overshadow like his lack of defense. Right?
Like his bag ain't the same like how it used to be.
It's not. I mean, that's just my take on it. I want to see him in New York.
Joe, you want to see Kyrie in New York?
No. I want to see. What do I say? Dame would be good in New York. I just don't want to see him get rid of Jalen Brunson. I just don't know how Dame and Jalen Brunson are gonna coexist together. That's
they're two small point guards too. I mean, I think Jalen Brunson's 6'2", Dame about the same. So I mean, that would be kind of. They probably make it happen, but somebody has to move to the 2 and be willing to play off ball. Kind of how the Nets tried to explore when they had Kyrie and James Harden. Somebody has to be willing to go play off ball. Who's gonna do that? So, who want to see Trey? Somebody go somewhere.
When I was thinking about the people you was naming off, some people I know for sure. Like I was thinking kind of like in a different direction. Like when you said Klay, I feel like people like Klay instead. If they go and play and retire in Golden State, they're not gonna leave. I feel like Cat's the same in that same category. I feel like he might try to make a career out of Minnesota, depending on how desperate he gets for a ring. I'd love to see Dame somewhere else. I feel like Draymond, if he ends up leaving, I feel like he'll try to stay with Klay and them and just be like, oh yeah, I was a Warrior my whole life and end up leaving and just podcasting. And I feel like them 3 are gonna stay there. And Dame would damn hit my head. I would love for Dame to come to San Antonio. That would be lit.
Yep, that's my answer. Right
Jimmy
there.
Butler, is he gonna be up for grabs? Jimmy Butler, if he comes to San Antonio, that'd be lit too. I feel like he might end up going somewhere else, but he's actually made a name for himself in Miami.
He a legend.
Like I read something, I don't know if one of y'all sent it, if I saw it on Twitter or a video or something, but somebody was like, Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron are the best 2 players that have ever played at one point in time with Miami, but D Wade and Jimmy Butler are the best Miami Heat players to play. You understand what they were saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, I could agree with that. Like now that he's got himself in a place to where people are like, okay, he could be a Miami Heat great. I'm like, okay, yeah, he should just stay there because he's the one that's really taking them there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got the the camaraderie with Tyler Hero and all that type of stuff. Bam Adebayo, like. I feel like he might end up staying. But there's a lot of people you named off that where my head just starts going everywhere. I'm like, dang, who could this person go to?
And the number 1 name I heard was Dame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like with Dame loyalty, you're going to go to a loyal type team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Spurs got that home like feel, you know? Like I feel like Dame's personality, like he can go to like the big name teams, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that's what people would want him to do. But I feel like he don't even move like that. I feel like he going now where the bag is, he going where he can win. And, like, even though people be counting out the Spurs, you got to look at the history. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a rebuttal for you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, how was I gonna say? Okay, so like some of these people like Dame, you say he wants to go somewhere where he's gonna win. You know he can come to San Antonio and win, but a lot of these players are veterans now, and the place they're coming from, they've probably been there for a good amount of time. Think about Dame and these players. They got wives, they got kids now. They've been living a certain lifestyle for so long to where, say, if you got somebody who is Patrick Ewing, New York Knicks great. I'm just naming him, right? Say if him and his whole family are living in New York. That's all his kids know. You know what I'm saying? And then towards the end of his career, he's like, oh, yeah, you know what, y'all? I'm finna go play in, Charlotte. I'm finna go to San Antonio and play there for a couple of years. His kids go down there just like, yo, what is this? This is not Times Square like I'm used to. This ain't, the city lifestyle that we out here in the middle of nowhere. Literally seeing little hay flying across the road at certain places, seeing animals. It's like something totally different. And I feel like that's something that really goes into the motivation behind why players go to certain teams. That's what I was saying about like Odell and whatnot. Like he'll fit in great in Baltimore, that's his personality. But if he went to, somewhere in Utah or somewhere like that just wouldn't fit him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they play a lot on personality.
Yeah, I like what D Jones said. With the Dame situation, like I feel like Dame gotta see like another vet go to San Antonio because he'll be like, man, I'm going to another team with rookies. Like, like what's the difference from where I'm at now? But like you said, somebody like Cat came. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that he's saying, okay, we getting somebody like valuable. They coerced him to come here, so I feel like that would be like, all right. Now we got something to work with.
Yeah, somebody has to come first in order to Dame come, because I feel like it'd be a lateral move for him to come from Portland to San Antonio. I feel like he'd be kind of the same.
Y'all didn't see what happened earlier with Victor? It's not really a lateral move because Victor.
Well, I mean, just be realistic. They're not going to compete for a championship next year.
Yeah.
So I could see him going to a team that is on the verge, like the Knicks, possibly, L.A. Lakers. That would be big, if they could afford him. But San Antonio, I'd love to see him out here, man. He's definitely a down to earth guy, and I feel like he'll definitely fit into San Antonio here. But they got to do some work in that front office and get another star here. Someone that's not too big, but somebody like Julius Randle. I could see a Julius Randle coming here because I feel like New York was just too big for him, and it showed in the playoffs.
Wow. Jaylen Brown. You want to be the guy? Well, that would be kind of like a downgrade for him to come to San Antonio.
Nah, he have his own team.
Yeah.
I said,
and he'll average 27 and 8
Easily.
for 1 year.
Jaylen Brown and Victor Wembanyama.
For 1 year,
Jaylen Brown and Victor Wembanyama.
He'll be the man for 1 year. Victor's he can have the keys to whatever range you want. Anyway, I'll tell you right now. So one thing I've noticed about Dame, his whole career, he's been saying that like Dame has kind of prided himself on not wanting to be the culture and chase rings or join a bunch of super teams. So I can actually see Dame going to a San Antonio, and playing with one other upcoming star or star. You know what I'm saying? I think for Dame, at this point, it's like, okay, I think for him, he just wants a change of scenery. He's 32 years young. He's probably gonna play at least, 5-6 more years at least, which is half a decade. So he probably can move. His children are young. He could probably move his family to another city. To your point, Trey. But I think for him, like, he's just like, hey, I've given you my whole career so far, Portland. You know what I'm saying? You've never really given me a running mate. I had CJ McCollum, but we collectively, me and him, needed somebody. You never gave me that. You know what I'm saying? Never went out there and made a trade for a big splash. Never went there and got me no person to help me win a ring. So I've been trying to be loyal to you. I have all the records. I'm the all-time leading scorer here for y'all, like, all that. And y'all haven't given me no help. So now I'm like, I got to go. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I'm not chasing a ring, but I do want to win one. I want to be able to compete for one. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why he more so will just go somewhere else where he can have opportunity to do that.
Yeah. It's gonna be exciting off season. Can't wait to see. It's gonna be. I feel like something crazy gonna happen in like the next 2 weeks. You're gonna see some Woj. He'd be like, oh snap! Somebody went to San Antonio.
What if James Harden came here?
No.
Wow.
He'd be in Houston every day. He'll just drive out here for the game.
Like he looking at the market for himself. He like, I already got everything in Houston.
He has his own day in Houston.
Yeah. Why would he come to San Antonio? No.
I mean, I'm telling you now. You remember we talked about this? Like James Harden definitely said he wanted to play with Victor. He said he would go back to Houston, especially if they got that number one pick in Victor. Victor's 2.5 hours away.
But you got to think, bro. Like you got to think. You in the league making all that money, and you're in a position to where I could pick what team I want to go play for to like maintain this lifestyle I've been living, to where I've been in Houston, I've been in Philly, and if he sits down and gets the option where you can go play with Bam, but you're going to San Antonio, or you can go back to Houston, he could be like, bro, I'm about to go to Houston. Like,
but I think at the same time though, again, like certain players, right? So like, how can I put it? Let's say Ja Morant, his contract was up, and it's between Houston and San Antonio. We know Ja going to Houston, it's popping, but like somebody like James Harden, you know what I'm saying? Like he even said it himself. He's like, look, I'm the only player in NBA history who has led the league in scoring 3 times and led the league in assists twice. Like I done showed you I can score, I done showed you I can pass, I done showed you I can do all these different things. Like I want to win a ring, like just at least one. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go down with these greats. AI, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, who had all this wonderful, you know what I'm saying, otherworldly talent, but never won the big dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants a ring. So I think for him, like, that's why Phoenix is one of the options. Go play with 2 great guards, wing players. Let me just go ahead and dish the ball off. Like, he want to win a ring. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
He can win one down here.
I believe that. Yeah. A lot of players can win down here. Come on.
Is 13 available?
James Harden?
Yeah.
Oh, the number? It'll be if it ain't. I say this too. Another. I didn't answer the question for myself. A player who I want to see move somewhere. I don't know. I like this player a lot, but I really like Zach LaVine. I feel like Zach LaVine is
Good player.
He came in the league. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, the comparison they gave him when he first came in the league was Russell Westbrook. He was definitely a high flyer, bouncy guy. They say he was a walking triple double. He got in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Got in the gym with Kobe. In fact. Got in the gym, learned the art of the jump shot in the mid-range game, worked on his 3-point shot. Now he's a bona fide scorer of the ball, and he's athletic, which is like an amazing when you have both. You know what I'm saying? And I think, for him, like, he's been loyal to, he was loyal to Minnesota. Then he was loyal to Chicago. Like, I think for him, like, he wants to win. He wants to be known and have a good legacy, whatever. I would love to see Zach LaVine come to San Antonio. You get somebody, imagine, like, you get a Zach LaVine and you get a Chris Paul, a point guard, a true point guard who just wants to dish and get everybody involved. Chris Paul, as quiet as it's kept, Chris Paul had never been on a franchise and then take that team far in the playoffs. He did good with the Hornets. Then he went to OKC and took them to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Then
It was the Clippers first, right?
Then he went to was the Clippers or both of them teams though. You know what I'm saying? He went took them both to the finals. Clippers to the West Conference Finals 3 times. Suns was horrible before he got there. Took them all the way to the NBA Finals the next year. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere he go, he just wins. And so I think, somebody like Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying, playing with Victor, playing with Zach LaVine, like, that's a good little tandem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always believed in the true point guard who just get everybody involved. So I like Chris Paul.
Me personally, I'm just like, bro, I'm still stuck like that. Victor Wembanyama is about to be a Spur.
Yeah, he's playing just landed.
But no, but literally, like, I feel like me personally, like, I would rather get Cat. You know what I'm saying? There first, because I feel like you don't want to put that pressure on him because he is 7'4" and he's not that strong. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a big force there to where he's not the only reliable source to make it happen down there. I want him to be able to say I can really go to the wing if I need to, and I can be more effective at the wing or in a guard position versus me having to be a big man right now because we don't have another big man. But if you go get another big man, and then we can worry about the guard situation later. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like your guard is going to be attracted by the big men that you attract. You know what I'm saying? So if you get DeAndre Ayton, you know what I'm saying? You get Ayton.
He's another one, too.
You get Ayton. Then now it's like, okay, now we're not asking much for Victor Wembanyama. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now Victor Wembanyama could drop 27. And
Victor and DeAndre?
Then you get somebody like Jaylen Brown, or you can get somebody like Dame, or you can get somebody like Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying?
I've lost faith in Chris Paul.
Because the injuries?
Yeah. For the injuries.
It's
It's availability. I don't want to see him come to San Antonio.
Yeah.
I think his time is past.
Yeah, he need to retire. Let it go.
Yeah.
I think you need to let it go.
Had a great career.
TKO.
Don't want to see him in a Spurs uniform.
Oh, no.
I forgot about DeAndre Ayton. He's another one, too. They said him and Chris Paul probably will not be on the Suns team next year. By the way, you have to remember with DeAndre Ayton, he actually signed with another team.
With the Pistons.
Pacers.
Pacers, right?
And he was a restricted free agent, so by default, the Phoenix Suns could automatically match. He was never happy about that. He wanted to go to play with Indiana. So,
what if it went down like this? Well, didn't Bradley Beal just sign to a high contract?
Huh?
Bradley Beal signed to a good contract.
He did.
And nothing happened with him. But like, let's say you like DeAndre Ayton, that's more than likely can happen. You know what I'm saying for
But he can request trade.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
He can go to San Antonio. Besides Dame, like that's a dream right now. Who would you be excited to see as a guard to come to San Antonio to play alongside DeAndre Ayton and Victor Wembanyama if that scenario is to go down? Like besides Dame.
I would say for me, just for the excitement, a totally different guard than we've ever had. Zach LaVine for me. We never had no high flyer wing like that.
So do you think that we would be a championship team with those two? No.
With Victor, DeAndre Ayton, and I think Zach, we definitely could compete for sure. Yeah, and
I'd much rather.
Yeah, the pieces around too. I think we can compete.
Yeah, I'd rather take Chris Paul over Zach LaVine because one, I feel like Chris Paul coming in as a vet, especially with having Bam, and like to add on to your point earlier, I didn't mean to cut you off neither. To add on to your point about him having a big down there with him, 7'5", probably behind Yao Ming, like the tallest player to ever play, especially your position, the way you play. They're gonna double team you. So it's like, okay, if you play the 4 or the 5, both these big dudes are gonna try to like double you down here in the paint, especially. So it's like, yeah, they should probably invest to try to pick up another big. Cat would be cool because they can alternate from 4 to 5, and they know Cat's a bucket too whenever he wants to be. So
Cat's a bucket, man.
He's a bucket.
And don't forget, you got Jeremy Sohan, like who is a true starter, true player, like all-star, like future all-star. Like he's a guy
stopping everybody. For
like
sure.
he's a guy. I'm putting him at the 4. I'm putting him at the 4 because he's not a dominant scorer like that. I'm putting him at the 4, and you keep Victor at the 3, but you got to, like I said, get that big man, Ayton or Cat. You get Cat. Now it don't really matter what guard you get as long as they're exceptional. Like they're good enough that can get you over that hump to the playoffs. 'Cause now you have Cat that he could drop 30 at any point. You have Victor Wembanyama who's probably going to average 25 points a game. Smile every time I say it. And then you know what I'm saying. If Keldon Johnson happened to stay there,
But the reason why I say Zach LaVine too is because like you have to remember like how Popovich does his teams. Spurs are one of the few teams that still have that old school mindset as far as like building a strong big first before you worry about the guards. If you have, Tim Duncan, Derrick Robinson, now we have Victor. Like he's height-wise, he's a big. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
With him being down there, let's say they did go get a DeAndre Ayton. Like DeAndre Ayton's not a bona fide scorer of the ball, but he's definitely a shot alterer. He's definitely a rim protector. He's what Derrick Robinson was at the end of his career. So now you have quote unquote the new age Twin Towers. Like you need a guard who can go get you a bucket. That's why we always had a Tony Parker. Always had a Ginobili. You know what I'm saying? Even when we had Steven Jackson, even when we had Derek Anderson, like we always had a guard who can at least go get you a bucket. That's why I said somebody like Zach LaVine, like he'd probably be cheaper than some of these other guards, Jimmy Butler and so forth. But he's also athletic enough to get you 30 points when he needs you.
I don't think they don't need to be cheap because they got a lot of money and they got a lot of draft picks. So you go get what's gonna help you win. Dame, we got Karl Anthony Towns on the way. Let's do it.
I'll say this too. I don't think Dame would come here if Karl Anthony Towns came here first. Again, remember I said
he want people that choose him first.
No, not necessarily that. I think Dame, he don't want to be on a quote unquote super team. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he wants that on his resume. I think he just wants to go play one other star maybe, whatever, and get it done that way. I don't think he wants to say, okay, yeah, you went and joined Durant and Harden and got you a ring. I don't think he wants that for him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why he's probably been so loyal to Portland.
And that's why I feel like him going to New York will be perfect. Because he will be that centerpiece. And he'll bring that first championship back to New York Knicks. That'll be the perfect story for him. He wants to be that guy. He's not joining a super team. He's going to go there and be that number one option. Yeah. I love Jalen Brunson. Great guy. Played his heart out. But Dame is Dame. Dame Dollar for a reason.
Dame time.
You know
By the
what
way,
I'm saying?
who's better in y'all's opinion, Jalen Brunson or Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
Why New York didn't go get him first? They had the chance to go get him. Why didn't you go get him?
Well, to be fair, Jalen Brunson outperformed him in the playoffs.
He did. He did.
But
regular season, Spider.
I mean, every other game.
Yeah, I mean, the boy Spider was going crazy.
71 in a game is
crazy.
Yeah. From a guard. Like Chris Paul dropped 61 in a high school game. This guy dropped 71 in an NBA game. That's worthy to look at.
And he only 6'4". He ain't like Kobe 6'6", 6'7". Like he 6'4" and go against that.
Man, I'm excited. Like I'm finna go home talking about it. We probably gonna talk about it in the car. Like
you know what's gonna happen at school tomorrow.
Yeah. I might pull up tomorrow with the David Robinson jersey to let people know what time it is.
My guy right now, and make me a shirt that says Victor. That's all I need right here.
You finna make sure to say Victor?
Yep.
And have it ready by tonight?
Yeah.
By
Thursday for sure.
With a logo on it?
No, just Victor. I was gonna say Victor. Black shirt, white letters, Victor. That's all I need to say.
Nah, yeah, I'm definitely copping the jersey. I already called it. We shook on it. If the jersey is done, we getting it.
Yeah, as soon as they sign out what number Victor wearing, me and Devin going on NBA.com together buying that jersey.
Nah, no cap.
Gotta get that mug for real.
I think it's gonna be number 1 though. Like,
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about my boy. I would love to see Kawhi come back to San Antonio with Victor.
yeah, Kawhi
You
come
did say
back.
that.
That'd be a great story too.
Kawhi come back. He come back and win him another one.
He's still close. He's still close with Pop.
Yeah.
Kawhi he's a perfect wing player. He's a defender. Good player.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, before we get up out of here, man, definitely want to shout out BioLight again.
Nah, for sure.
You know, drinking cold. I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. This melon is really hitting today. For sure. Like it's really good.
Blah.
For sure, I'm saying, definitely. For sure, man. Definitely shout out to BioLight. Shout out to Mark, man. You joining us, brother. Appreciate you,
Hey,
my
man,
brother.
Appreciate y'all. It was definitely fun talking sports with y'all, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guys, man. So I show love.
Pretty
Appreciate
fun to
it.
see this live too.
No cap.
That was dope.
And I appreciate y'all inviting me or, letting me into y'all's, I'm not like a Kappa, but, I'm into y'all's, circle of just, life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all welcome me with open arms, so I appreciate that as well.
Sure.
Definitely for sure. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and do our closing prayer and get up out of here.
Already.
Dear Heavenly Father, as we come right now for prayer, we ask that you please, first and foremost, forgive us for all of our sins, ones known and unknown, past, present, and future. Father God, we just thank you so much for allowing us to see another day on this earth. Thank you for your grace, mercy, and favor bestowed upon our lives. Thank you so much for your gifts and talents you've given us. Right now, as we get ready to depart from one another, I ask you please allow everybody safe travels to their destination in this weather. Right now, Father God, special prayer for Mark. Father God, just bless him in all his endeavors. Thank you, Father God, for his resilience, his patience, his passion, Father God. Allow him to have just the doors open up for him and allow all of his visions to come to fruition, Father God. For Trey as well, Father God, bless him in these skies, Father God, with this weather. Just bless him to continue to push forward, make all of his dreams a reality, continue to open the doors for him and allow him to be ready to receive the blessings you have for him. For Devin as well, Father God, allow him to have the patience he needs to in education, continue to push forward, get through these last few weeks of school, take a break in the summertime, and just continue to grow as a person. Be ready for the blessings to receive for him. Bless him as a future husband. And for me as well, Father God, just continue to bless me, work on me, allow me to continue to work on my balance, my communication, just all the areas I need to work on for myself personally and be the best version of myself. And last but not least, continue to keep our friends, family, loved ones, children, even our enemies near and far away, and ones known and unknown covered in your blood. In my name we pray, man.
Amen. Go Spurs, go. Hey, man. You know what to play, man. I ain't gonna even say nothing.
Oh, yeah. Let me get that. I almost forgot where to find it. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Miles,
MPH,
my
man.
brother, man.
MPH,
Miles ahead of
man.
you, man.
Let's get it.
Hey, I wanted a cap, you can save it. The Spurs are gonna win another championship.
Might do it.
Wow. Rachel says. Wow.
Hey, I don't wanna hit a cap, you can save it. But my guys and we got out of the pavement. Listen up, that's what everybody's saying. Round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey, round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey,
Victor.
I know they weak by the look in their faces. All of these rings got me feeling like Brady. Say
me
what I
feeling like
feel, I don't
Victor.
care how you take it. Round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey,
Hey, we love y'all, man. Until next time, be out. Peace.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Smitty.